What's up, guys? Lunch money time. Bang, bang. While Wall Street's trying to get rich, us just trying to get our lunch money right. I have no clue what Polina is doing, both with her zipper or this is like a sheep
It's
jacket.
so warm.
She's called it a bear. She's called it a sheep. I don't know what she'll call it next. That's fine, but she's out of dress code. Don't forget that Lunch Money is now sponsored by BlockFi. BlockFi has 3 products. You can buy and sell crypto on the crypto exchange. You can deposit crypto and take out a US dollar loan against your crypto collateral, or you can use my favorite product as both an investor and a user, which is their interest-bearing account where you can earn up to 8.6% APY. In that interest-bearing account, go to blockfi.com/pomp to learn more. Man, I got a face for radio and a voice for audio.
Can I just tell the people?
Let's go.
So the other day, he bought this new black hoodie, and I asked him, we went on a walk, a really long walk.
You know why I like this? Because it ain't got no logos.
And we went on a really long walk, and I asked why he wasn't wearing his hoodie. And he said that he doesn't want to sweat in the hoodie, and he has fancy and non-fancy sweatshirts, which to me all look like black hoodies, and I do not know the difference.
Hey, listen, you got to have your sweatshirts that you're willing to get sweaty in, and you got to have your sweatshirts that, nah, this is too exclusive. I can't be getting sweaty in it. This is a non-sweaty sweatshirt, so that's fine. They are all black. That's okay as well.
You're going to see him wearing it every day, but he does not sweat in it.
I do not sweat in this one. You'll never see me in my sweaty black hoodie. Go ahead. What's up?
Okay. Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg died at age 87 on Friday.
I like this lady.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, I
feel like she really just kind of did the things that she wanted to do in life.
Well, basically, the reason that oh man, I lost my screenshot. Okay, anyway, basically she advocated for equality. So thanks to her,
it's a pretty good idea.
Women can get a credit card without their husband. Women can like be the sole care person for a military vet, like things like that. So she really.
I feel like she was just kind of a badass.
She was.
Yeah.
And she wasn't. There's a scene in Mrs. America, which is I think a show, where they reference to Ruth, who was more of the quieter change maker and not one of like the flashy feminists at the time. And that's kind of how she led her life. Like she knew which battles to fight and which to kind of let go.
Got it. All right. R.I.P.
Yeah.
It's kind of sad.
It is sad. Okay.
She was 87. She was a little warrior, though. She was ready to roll.
And
all right, Chime.
She had a very sweet relationship with her husband, based on my research.
Yeah, because he was probably a nice guy.
He was a nice guy. Okay. Chime is now worth $14.5 billion, surging past Robinhood as the most valuable U.S. consumer fintech company. What?
Well, in the private market.
Well, right, but okay. In Series F funding, it raised $485 million.
They claim to be IPO ready within the next 12 months. I have no clue why they're not going public if they're close to being IPO ready. $485 million in funding, $14.5 billion valuation.
Oh, no.
Yeah, valuation. In their Series F, they got a $14.5 billion valuation, raised $485 million, all up here because I read the internet. But what is very interesting to me is they provide banking services on mobile devices. And so if you look at somebody like a Square, that I think last time I looked was over a $50 billion valuation, these folks are popping. They're growing fast, but we're going to see how big this market is because they essentially have built a challenger bank. And so it'll be really interesting to kind of see, do they get a technology multiple or do they get a bank multiple when they get into the public markets? If they get a bank multiple, that Series F might look a little expensive. If they get a technology multiple, it may look a little cheap.
I saw Chris Britt speak at a tech conference a few years ago, and it was so interesting because everybody was like, challenger banks, whatever. But everybody was all about, he was surrounded. I mean, everybody wanted to know about Chime. So, I mean, there's always been interest, just even anecdotally.
Okay.
All right. I'm telling you, I know the new technologies. Just ask me and I'll tell you.
Well, tell me about TikTok, how our government is trying to play M&A broker.
President Donald Trump's attempts to force a quick sale of TikTok produced a tentative deal over the weekend that would see Oracle and Walmart take a minority stake in a new U.S. company that will operate TikTok. So that's interesting.
You want my real opinion?
I do.
This is the dumbest thing in the world.
Well, but why would he go through all that trouble just to make it?
It's not a President Trump thing. It's not an administration thing.
What is it?
It's the logic and the inability of the media and the tech community to call out this nonsense. This whole thing of the government is going to start playing in M&As, right? Even what they're doing around other national security issues, it's just a slippery slope. And this is what we're seeing. So when they went after Huawei, right, which by the way, probably the concerns are real, right? So it's not a question of is it real or is it not. But the second they start doing that, now they can slap the national security label on any company that they want that is not a U.S.-based company.
Unconstitutional.
It's not that it's unconstitutional as much as it's just a really slippery slope. And so we have a government right now. The climate is people are looking to the government to solve problems. And so people are petitioning, whether it is bailouts for the airlines. Remember, they gave them billions of dollars and they didn't ask for equity in the companies, nor did they get interest as a loan. It was just a grant. So we just gave away money and now the airlines are back asking for more. So horrible investment from the government. Now we've got them acting as M&A brokers and they're not being compensated for doing it. Two is it's basically like an activist investor. All we ended up getting is TikTok is still available. It's still owned by ByteDance, and now they just switch cloud providers. Like this stuff is stupid. And so if we're going to get serious and we're really going to get tough on China, then ban it. Kick them out of the country.
It's unclear.
They do it to us, do it back.
Speaking to reporters, Trump said he approved the deal in concept. I have given the deal my blessing, Trump said. If they get it done, that's great. If they don't, that's okay too. So what does that mean? Just he's going to leave it to the companies?
I have no clue. My point is just, if we're going to have a showdown with China, then you got to be serious. And they obviously have no problem.
Do you think China thinks we're soft?
Of course. They're playing us. Remember, just again, I will say this every day, all day long. China is doing things that nobody wants to talk about. When was the last time that you read an article in the mainstream press about China taking certain demographics of their country and literally putting them on trains and putting them into concentration camps?
2-part series, investigative on BuzzFeed.
Okay. BuzzFeed is not the mainstream media.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not. And so you tell me the last time that you saw this stuff. Again, if this was happening in a European country or elsewhere that didn't have the economic importance that China has to the U.S., this would be front page headlines all day long.
It's pretty crazy what's going on.
So again, we can play this game all day or we can just go after them. If they're going to do it to us, why don't we do it back? They want to ban American companies? Remember, Facebook, Google, Amazon, just go down the line. There's a bunch of companies that are banned in China. If they're going to do it to us, do it back.
I went to China one time and it was wild to see. Like the firewall is crazy to me. Anyway.
All right, what's going on? Speaking of another company, Nikola.
Nikola founder Trevor Milton to voluntarily step down as executive chairman. How voluntary do we think the voluntarily stepping down is?
My guess is that it was probably pretty voluntary.
Oh, you think?
Yeah, but my guess is also that, there's going to be some digging through the artifacts here. So for those that don't know, Nikola is an electric truck company. Their whole idea is that they've figured out a better way to make an electric vehicle that can support the needs of large trucks. They went public through a SPAC. It took off in price. Everyone was yelling and screaming. It was amazing. It's the next Tesla, blah, 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 whatever. And then all of a sudden there was lots of questions that popped up. Some from short sellers, some from other people. The SEC started to investigate. Lots of pressure. And now all of a sudden the CEO is stepping down.
He went to the board and said, I want to leave.
Or the founder. I don't know if he was actually CEO. I think he might have just been the executive chairman. Yeah, he was executive chairman. Wasn't even the CEO,
okay,
I don't think. But he's stepping down after all this pressure.
He tweeted, "I intend to defend myself against false allegations leveled against me by outside detractors."
I saw some of the allegations.
Not great.
It's just they came after him for making false statements, like promising things or whatever.
Never promise what you can't deliver.
There's a fine line between optimism for a founder. You got to be a little outside of, in terms of the rationale
and delusion.
Yeah, and you definitely have to have a level of delusion and all that kind of stuff. The problem is, if you do that in the private market as an early stage company, that's one thing. If you do it in the public markets and you're making claims to investors, it's a little bit tougher to defend there. And so we'll see what happens. I'm going to hold my judgment because I don't know. But what I will say is it does not look good when there's an SEC investigation. You have multiple people kind of out alleging things, and then the executive chairman steps down. Optics aren't good, but let's wait till we get the facts. What else?
The coronavirus crisis has magnified Singapore's food security concerns, and the city-state is looking to ramp up its local food production. Tech entrepreneurs want to help. So, more and more local startups are creating edible products from natural ingredients and cell culture technology. Some examples include lab-grown milk. There's plant-based, there's cultured shrimp, and plant-based proteins.
Singapore's dope.
Yeah. Such ventures could benefit Singapore as they can reduce the island nation's import bill as well as its carbon footprint. Off camera, he's doing this.
Speak louder.
I can't.
Got a little mouse voice. I don't. All right, here's the deal. Everyone was pursuing efficiency. Now they're going to have to pursue resiliency. And so, of course, food production in every country, they're going to now put a very material importance on how do we grow our own food or produce our own food so we're not relying on other people.
Singapore imports 90% of its food due to land scarcity. So that's pretty crazy.
So it might be a good idea if maybe we get that down from 90 to like 50% so that we can actually sustain ourselves if something's wrong.
I think that's pretty cool. Although, I don't know, like all the lab-grown meat stuff, like how that's going to affect us in the long run. But we will see, guys.
Well, we're all going to die anyways, whatever.
See.
All right, what's next?
Okay, I'm excited about this. So Anthony and his partner Jason teamed up with an awesome artist named Ferocious. That's
Ferocious.
Right. Ferocious.
Like ferocious, but ferocious.
And
the best.
The best, truly the best. And the first piece is a Last Supper style dinner.
It's called the Innovator's Dinner.
And it's with innovators instead of, like prophets.
The people, I wrote about it today.
Religious icons.
Go to my Twitter and you can see I tweeted about it. But the people in it are Benjamin Franklin, John D. Rockefeller, Amelia Earhart, Walt Disney, Steve Jobs, Elon Musk, Beyonce, Jay-Z, Dr. Dre, and Malala. And the entire thing is
I'm not on there.
Created in a pop art style, which is a very specific type of art. It's bright colors, looks awesome. And they're all sitting there kind of similar to the Last Supper, but this is called the Innovator's Dinner because it is innovators across multiple decades
and there's
that are
a lot
all eating dinner together.
There's a lot of tiny details in there that are really cool.
This iconic piece of art, I believe, will serve as the quintessential example of what is possible in the digital art realm. We've been buying up a lot of digital art. Digital art's gonna be bigger than the traditional art market. Bang, bang. You heard it here first.
Ready for my joke? Don't look.
Yeah, come on, hurry up. I got things to do.
Okay, don't look.
I think I go to the bathroom. I didn't do that to make her laugh.
Why haven't aliens...
Why is it funny that I had to pee?
Oh my God. Why haven't aliens visited our solar system yet?
I don't know.
They checked the reviews. Only 1 star.
There's a lot more than 1 star in our solar system.
No, the sun.
No, jokes are only funny when there's a hint of truth in them.
But the sun.
The sun's not the only star.
Okay, but the Earth
is a planet. That's not a star
No,
either.
but it's close to the sun.
All right, guys. Time for my joke.
No.
Let
We're
me,
not doing joke.
Let me do my joke. This is completely unplanned, but as you guys know,
We're
I
gonna
am.
find a bad one and then I'll be upset.
Nope, I am one of the best ones. By the way, BuzzFeed's going to throw this up here for me. Let's see if BuzzFeed can come through.
Okay, you're just wasting time. Tick tock, tick tock, tick 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 tick.
Nope, there's no good jokes. Uh-oh. All right, here we go. This is my favorite site where my jokes are.
Why are you scrolling like you know?
Here you go. Why did the researchers stop their research on embryos? Because the subject is still too immature.
No
That's it for lunch money today.
0 laughs.
While Wall Street is trying to get rich, so that's just trying to get our lunch money right. We'll see you guys tomorrow.
Bang, bang. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Lunch Money as much as we did.
And don't forget, Lunch Money is now sponsored by BlockFi, so go check them out. There's a link in the description that you can click on. I'm an investor, a user, and a huge fan. What?
You're a bigger fan of BlockFi than you are of me?
BlockFi is my second favorite thing in the world behind Polina. They've got 3 products. They can give you a US dollar loan. You can earn up to 8.6% interest on an interest-bearing account, or you can buy and sell cryptocurrencies on their crypto exchange. I personally use the interest-bearing account. There's not very many places where you'll find up to 8.6% interest on a deposit in an interest-bearing account. Go do your own research. There's risk associated, but 8.6% is pretty compelling. So click on the link in the description. Say thanks to the folks at BlockFi. Subscribe to our channel. Like the video. Annoy Polina in the comments. And we'll see you guys tomorrow.
And be kind to your friends.